Who loves New Year's? Who loves that like me?
I love it.
Oh, a fresh start. Did everybody have a good holiday?
Yes.
I had a great holiday. I had a very low bar. I had COVID last Christmas and spent 10 days alone opening presents with imaginary friends. So it was very low bar, but a wonderful holiday, and so happy to be here with all of you for the new year. So let's start with our on-time trivia. Who wrote the book? Mike Wolters cannot answer this. Who wrote the book, The Miracle Morning? Mark, you said it.
I actually won something?
Spell
Wow.
the last name, spell
ELROD.
So I'm going to change up our prize for this year. We're going to do Haddock Burger. Who's okay with that? I think we all eat there a lot. So no car washes, we're changing it up. We're changing it up. If you are a new agent or a guest, will you stand and introduce yourself?
Jake Gustafson.
Jake, tell us about yourself.
I live in Bountiful. I have a family, owned a business, sold it, was interested in going into real estate, and yeah, spent a couple of years home with the kids, and it's been great. So
Well, that's hard work. This will
excited.
be
This program
easy.
was recommended by a lot of people, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
excited.
wonderful. Welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was sorry. So I guess we're here in California, so I'm going to kind of believe.
Oh, I got to meet you this morning and welcome. Happy to have you. Anybody else?
Hi, my name's Cynthia. I'm still working to get my license. And this brokerage was also recommended by a few people, so I'm happy to be here.
I love that. How much farther for you till you're done?
I'm thinking by the end of like this month, I should be done and getting ready for the test, so.
Excellent. Oh, we're happy to have you.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, let's share some love. Who has some gratitude to express? So we always want to start our day with that. It sets the tone. Dave.
It was, so last week, it was kind of a weird week between Christmas, New Year's, that whole thing. I just want to thank everybody that was actually in the office working last week. It was so nice to have a purpose, have somewhere to go, something to do, while the rest of the world was just kind of, I don't know, dragging their feet. And so, yeah, it was Rachel and Lynette and Delaney and Addison and you and Broker Dave and just all the folks that I saw around the office. It was really cool to see everybody here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll piggyback on that. I want to thank everyone that started off their Christmas Day message with, sorry to bother you, but. Seriously, it's absolutely impressive how many of you were actually working Christmas Eve and doing things on Christmas Day. And I feel bad for your families, but rock this year, just rock it.
Yeah, that's the plan. Thank you, Dave.
Well, I like to thank Broker Dave for catching something that I didn't even think to in compliance of our very last closing of the very last year. So I was very grateful for that. Thank you.
That's awesome. He's the best. Spencer.
Heartfelt
Oh.
thanks to everybody who stepped in, kind of helped out, reposted some stuff on social media with my little dog Max.
Oh, yeah, Max is so.
I was out of town, so it was really tough for me, and my wife was at home with 3 kids, and you guys really stepped in and helped out as much as you possibly could. So thank you. The dog wandered into somebody's backyard, and we've got name tags with our numbers, and so they called us the next morning. But I was cat skiing in Canada, so it helped out.
Yeah, that was horrible. I don't think I slept that night.
I did.
It was so cold, but everybody stepped up. I love that. Thank you, Spencer. Anyone else? Oh, got everybody? So our cultural icon, Angie, where are you? There you are, right there. Come on up. I'm so excited about this. You shared it with me.
I did. Shared who I wanted to give it to. But first I want to say thank you, Boyd. It was such an honor. I wasn't here, but hearing that, you know, you guys thought of me was really kind, and not being here too long, it was just unexpected, and I'm just so grateful for it. So thank you. And then I wanted to give it to Coach Dave this week because he is the most positive, inspirational person and just I've met in a long time. And the first thing I look forward to in the morning, I know Dave's gonna come around the corner of the cubicles, shouting something positive and really inspirational for the day. It's the best wake up call in the morning. Sometimes I'm not too excited to be sitting at that desk, but I mean, honestly, he brings so much positivity and great teaching and lessons and inspiration to the office. So I think it's well deserved. You
Am I
are.
really that predictable?
You like roll around 10 o'clock about cubicle corner.
And apparently you shout positive things.
Yes, yes.
It's always like top producers. I'm like, yeah.
Am I really that predictable?
Seriously. Well, first of all, welcome to the first super spreader event of KW for the year. Okay, how many of you have goals set for 2022? Okay. How many of those goals have an increase of business component to them? Okay. We too have goals. Our staff, guys, you know, these are my cheat sheet notes on top, but the stuff underneath here are our goals for this year, and 100% of it is to help you reach yours. We as a staff are 100% committed to helping you do what you want to do this year, okay? It's kind of funny, we closed 2,000 plus transactions, over $1 billion in business, and y'all want more.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna do that. The thing I want to talk about is 2,000 files, roughly 35 pages each, means I'm reviewing 70,000 plus pages if they're good. You know, 30 years ago, there was this guy, his name was Tony Hopkins. He was the greatest salesman in the world. He had this thing called Champions Unlimited. And the credo, Champions Creed, was I'm not judged by, I am judged by the number of times I succeed, not by the number of times I fail. But the number of times I succeed is in direct proportions with the number of times I fail and keep on trying, right? So of those 2,000 transactions, 70,000 pages, there's going to be some failures too, right? So say for every one that closes, you've written 2. That means I've reviewed 140,000 pages. And then for those people that don't get it right the first time, and I review it 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 times, it sounds like a bitch. You know, guys, I'm very serious, and I need your help, okay? We are totally committed. We've got pages of how we can help you, what we can do to help you. Reach out to us if you want to increase your business, if you want to increase your listings. We as a staff are 100% committed to helping you reach your goals. But this has got to be a win-win. I don't have time to do what I can do for you if I'm reviewing your files for the 15th time. Okay, so this year, number 1, your New Year's resolution shall be turn in your dang files. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than us get a check and we're going, I can't even find it. I can't even find it. And we're looking around and, oh, you forgot to hit the click submit button. Okay, you need to submit your files. State law says they're supposed to be at our access if it goes under contract within a certain number of days. We're after closing and you guys hadn't showed us to it yet. So we need that. More complete files before you submit them. I don't know how you can review the settlement statements, which apparently has not been known, is required of us in licensing. We're supposed to review our files to verify the accuracy before our buyers and sellers sign the settlement statements, right? And we don't have addenda, or we don't have, whatever. And so make sure your files are complete when we turn them in, because I'm sure you're not just wanting more closings. I'm sure you're wanting more paychecks, right? Closings are not nearly as fun if you don't get paid. And so we would like to pay you, and the first time is awesome. Because if they go through first time, they're awesome. Submit before the earnest money. The trust account's a pain in my rear end. And in Rachel's rear end. And in Addison's rear end, okay? Earnest is very convenient for you guys. And so you shoot these things into our trust account and then don't submit files. Our trust account is doing this stuff, guys, and I can't have that. So please submit your files. Submit your files before the earnest money hits. Submit your files complete, and then submit them to the office. And I guarantee you, we will be able to do over 2,000, certainly rock the $1 billion, give you more money. And I can still sleep at night too, but we really, really want to get you guys paid, and we really want to be available for you for the increase in business that you are going to hit this year, no doubt in my mind.
I love it when it turns to the Dave show. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, man, I love that. It's funny, I say this every week, we don't actually plan what we're going to talk about. This is a kind of a run what you run sort of situation. And I want to go with what Broker Dave was just talking about in a little bit different direction, right? As business owners, as people running this business, the leadership team, we got together and we put together our GPS for 2022. Our goals, our priorities, our strategies. What are we going to do to grow this business? And when I say grow this business, like Broker Dave said, what we really mean is help all of y'all make more money, okay? And so we've come up with this what I feel is a great plan, great tactics, great team around us to execute on this. And like Broker Dave was just saying, there's one component that you have to bring to the table. I've already used my own y'all for the meeting, okay? And that is your engagement, right? If any of you had a conversation with me about what success in this business takes, it's three things, right? It's that action. You got to commit to action. You got to do something. And then you got to get the access of the company you work for and the tools and those things. And then you've got to have some accountability. It all starts with action, right? You've got to do something. And so as you put together your 2022 goals, as you're looking at this next year, looking at what you did this year, and how do you feel about that, right? Some of us are sliding into 2022 like, whoa, right? I don't know why, but Angie pops up in my social media feed like all the time. It's really weird, really weird. Some of us are feeling great about it. Others of us are feeling kind of sheepish, right? And so what we need to do is look at our goals and then lean in, right? We're going to talk about our new ALC here in a few minutes, right? The Agent Leadership Council, this amazing group of people in our office, top producers, great agents who are willing to give back, right? But if they're giving back in front of an empty classroom, what value does that really bring, right? We can put together this fantastic training calendar of listing skills and contract negotiations, all these different things. And if only one or two people show up, and then we get the phone calls that I'm going to this other brokerage because I didn't get the help I needed, because nobody would sit down with me and teach me how to write a contract, right? And so where I'm going to is think about your goals, and then think about your commitment to them and where you can really lean in, right? Lean into the classroom work. It's fun, right? Then lean into the lead gen. Then lean into the uncomfortableness, right? Who here loves making cold calls? Okay, me and Sydney, right? We're the only lunatics in the room, right? So you lean into it. You make those cold calls until you build some relationships. And then what are you doing? You're calling the people that know and love you, right? Lean into the process. This is a great opportunity. I love New Year's. Shauna loves New Year's because all of the weirdness and strife and garbage of the past year, and we can say this at any year. I'm not saying that 2021 was exceptional. We can take all of that, leave it behind us, right? Start fresh with new vision, new goals, new plans, in some cases, new teams. And then all we've got to do is lean in. So, like always, it is a pleasure to be in business with each and every one of you, the ones I'm in business, the ones that we're not quite in business yet. Again, it's a pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We don't plan, but we do plan. I think we're very in line that way. And I never make cold calls. I only make lukewarm calls. I refuse to. So if they hang up on me, it's not so good, but yeah, I don't think of them ever as cold, so.
Well, if you're a 10 excited to be there and they're like a 1, you're still like an average of like 5.5, which doesn't suck.
Oh, not at all. Doable. Mind games. All right, Mike, will you come on up?
Sure.
I want you to talk a little bit about Intraland, what it is.
Is my hair more gray now already?
What's that?
My hair's already more gray.
It's just the lighting.
Stop it.
Welcome to the business, right? Talk a little bit about Intraland
Sure.
and how specifically it can help our agents with the
Sure.
business.
Well, and on Dave's note, we set our goals. We want to hit some really high goals for 2022 and helping you guys with your clients, get your financing. So in that vein, we're looking to grow our team. So not counting the champion lenders and member lenders that we already have, Aaron, Mandy. If you guys are working with a lender that you think maybe you'd like to have work with us more integrated inside the Intraland family, because we're the in-house finance desk, will you get them in touch with Shauna or Dave or myself? We'll have a conversation, see if it's a right fit. But Intraland, if you didn't know, is the in-house finance desk. So we act as a finance desk to help best serve your clients and get them the best rates and fees and loan programs, whether that's wholesale through me and my team, or if that's working with our member lenders. So Intercap, Security National, Academy, all the ones that you guys already have great history with and success with. So we want to make sure that your clients are working with the right loan officer and the right product and getting the best fees and rates. And so we want to best serve you guys. And the best way to do that is to work with everybody that we want to work with and work symbiotically, drive business to our member lenders, drive business to us, and create an opportunity for additional revenue stream for the shareholders in Intraland. So if you have questions, feel free. My office is down the hall. Thank you so much. I enjoy working with you guys.
We're happy to have you. How easy is it for us to use Intraland and how, for our buyers?
Right. So if you have the app downloaded, which you can find in the Apple Play Store and all that app store,
Who has the app? Okay, we need.
literally like 3 to 5 clicks between, if they're already in your contact base, you can click on that, hit fast track, their name, invite them, I get notified, and we start that process of conversation, get them pre-qualified, get them make the loan application, and then we have conversations and get them on the way. And again, you choose who's at the table of bidding on that loan file for them, and then we work through who the best option is, and then we work with them together to get them to the closing table on time. So it's pretty slick.
Yes, you don't even have to think of 3 lenders to give to your buyer. It's all
So
that,
you
right?
can get 3 bids. They only have to make 1 application. They don't have to worry about us selling their information and getting a lot of spam calls. It's pretty slick, yeah.
And are you willing to also sit down with our agents? buyers?
Absolutely. All the
You're
old
here.
rules apply. So in person, on the phone, email, whatever it takes, we're here to do it. And we have a team of 4 already and growing. So it's great. Thanks, John.
Love it, thank you.
Hey. Thanks.
Does anyone have any questions tonight? Any questions? We know where you're right down the hall, so,
Yeah, feel
Thank you.
free. And
Thank
if
you.
not, ask somebody and they'll find me.
okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, this is crazy. We did it.
Yay.
I wanted confetti to fall down from the ceiling or to spray everybody with champagne, but we won't do that.
Wait, I have a question. I
Nobody
just want
wanted
to
to
know,
clean it
like, who went through
Yeah.
and made people clean up their file? Well, I'm sure it was Rachel and Aston. Like, how many files did they just clean up together? I was like envisioning this on New Year's Eve. I was like, they're in the office, like, hurry up, we gotta get to a million.
They were, it was, oh, I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of everybody. It's so exciting. And we're gonna do it again next year. We're gonna exceed it, like Broker Dave said. What I also know is there are only four KWs in the region, in the state, who hit that. And we're one of them. And this was the first time ever. So congratulations to us. And so awesome. All right, now we're gonna have our 2022 ALC come up. Come on.
I'm the slowest one. We can't wait to
Oh,
Shaq.
Shaq's moving again.
Walking like a
So
champ.
happy.
Yeah. Little hitch. All right.
Walk back yesterday.
Put in some work there. So as Coach Dave was saying, our ALC, these are our top agents in the office who are chairing committees that help all of you and help run the office. It is absolutely critical. The first time I was on the ALC, I know I've said this, I say this every January. It was such an honor, and my life and business changed completely from being on, serving on the ALC. I'm setting that out there to all of you, and you want to get into the top 20%, so you have that opportunity. And I wanted everyone to introduce themselves, their committee, and we're talking about goals today. So consistent with our theme today, just briefly what your goal is for your committee. You're probably still thinking of it, so just as you don't tell us all about it, but just kind of what you want to accomplish, what the committee does, and if anyone is interested, if you need people on your committee, we want them to have the passion you have around it. So, Marita, will you start?
Yeah, so I am so excited because I'm on the party committee. So yeah, but party committees need fun people, but they also need organized people. So absolutely, come help us. My goal is that we will create events that work for you to share with your SOI, to have great opportunities for you to reach out and be in contact and provide value to your SOI, as well as in office as well.
I love it. And is it your intention to do one a quarter, one event a quarter?
I don't know.
Okay.
So at least
Two
one a
Choose
quarter.
one.
Yeah.
So, I love it. Marita's so excited because she chaired technology for 2 years. So party people, yes, thank you. And it's so important. That gathering together is huge in retention, our office, creating tribes and fun. We work hard, we need to have a lot of fun too. So thank you. Thank you for your this is your 3rd year on the ALC. Yes, it's an honor. Erica.
Alrighty, so I'm back with our preferred vendor program. And last year was all about streamlining the process internally, so there wasn't much that you were seeing on the surface. I was just paddling underneath, trying to get the program to be more efficient, to make sure that we build our vendor base. This year, I really want to escalate that vendor base with input from the office. Also show appreciation back to our vendors by way of having at least one vendor gathering during this year. And also communicating who are our preferred vendors effectively to the office. Like that's been the ongoing struggle. We have a link tree that you can go to find that information. It's on the landing page that the office has created. We try to answer questions in the Facebook group, but that's always been one of the little struggles. So I want to overcome that hurdle this year. What I need are, I know Risa has agreed to help out. I need a few people who will interface with the vendors. So giving them a call saying, hey, do you want to be involved with this event? Do you teach classes? Because we end up kind of connecting with the other ALC committees in these ways. Are there any classes that you teach? Making sure we have a full database of that. Are there information's updated? Just calling and checking in on them and making sure that they know that we love them here, and do they have any social posts, information, do they scheduled to come into the team meeting? A lot of things like that that we need to do in our vendor program this year. So if there's anyone interested, I would love to have at least one more helper on the committee this.
And thank you for doing this for your 2nd year. I feel like I may be strong-armed you a little, but just a little. But you did so much work. Thank you. You did so much work, like you said, setting it up. So this 2nd year will be much easier. I love the commitment for 2 years because you really see all your work.
Yes, I can see already that this year will be a lot easier. I've just combined what were a couple of forms that were handwritten or one single digital online form for vendors to apply. There's also a form for all of you to nominate vendors. So I have short links for all of that. So again, this is part of what I want to do this year, is have more interaction with the office to grow that program.
Awesome, we're excited.
Mike Walters, I'm taking over the education chair from Liz Bear. My number one goal is to enhance your guys' situation here in training, right? What we offer, what classes we bring in, that ultimately is going to drive the highest level of value for you to increase your production. That's it. Super simple. I would love a couple of people to help out, because what I found even just in the last month is I'm getting ideas coming to me, and I want to have more of those ideas coming to me, because otherwise you guys are going to get what I want to teach or have taught, and that's not what you guys want. So I would love as much involvement as possible, to a minimum. Come see me, we'll make it fun happen.
Awesome. I'm so excited for you to take this over. You have already done an amazing job in 3 days. And you're keeping me on my toes with it, so thank you. Thank you. Did you have a question?
Doesn't everybody get his awesome emails where he talks about productivity and everything? Like,
Well,
he's already
that's-
educating us.
If you want those, I'll give them to you.
Sounds like you got the special hookup there.
Did you pay for that? I think
No.
you did.
No, they
Okay,
say-
because I started getting him after I did a deal with them. So I was like, it's probably a system that they
No,
have
we're
in
all on
place.
there. He's teaching us all for free.
I want to see that.
What? You're saying that Mike Walters runs a database and communicates with that database?
Effectively, periodically, automatically.
I think that sounds like a class.
Done.
All right. Spencer, you're coming back to the ALC after a little break.
I took a little break. I got kicked off. I don't know, but
I don't remember it like that.
yeah. So I am luckily coming back to co-chair KW Cares with Shad. So pretty excited about that. It's something that I'm really proud of. I think it's important. So KW Cares, I think it's kind of multifaceted. They have KW Cares International, which is, KW as a whole, and they do disaster relief and all sorts of stuff. And then locally, we have our Sugar House Cares program, where we are able to help out individual agents within our office. We also partner with some local nonprofits to help them further their mission, whether that's in years past, it's been with the VOA, the Youth Homeless Shelter. Last year we were
Sugar House Chamber of Commerce.
Sugar House Chamber. So it's a great way to get involved locally in our community. We also do put on Red Day, which is a ton of work, as well as the golf tournament, and then partner with events on a couple other events to try and help raise some money and awareness for some local nonprofits, as well as a lot of times I think people forget that KW Cares and Sugar House Cares in particular is in place to help out our individual agents if they are in a situation where they need some medical assistance, or there's something to be said about being part of an organization that cares about us as individual agents. So pretty excited about that. We love people on the committee, so please come and see us. And
Especially when that golf tournament rolls around.
That's a lot of work.
Yes.
And Chad, you were chairing the committee yourself. You get Spencer. It's much more fun together,
Yes,
isn't it? It's
yes.
a big
It'd be nice to have the help.
And you and I kind of talked a little bit yesterday about goals for the committee. I gotta get you the numbers because you want to increase the donations.
Yes. So our goal this year is to increase agent donations to the Green Sheet, to KW Cares and Sugar House Cares. We don't have a specific number yet. Last year I wanted to hit 100%. Didn't quite get there, but this year it's more of just a percentage increase that we're going to shoot for. So just pay attention. We'll start talking about that once we know the number.
How important it is to give back. The KW Cares was the first committee I chaired.
It's pretty eye-opening.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So thank you both for.
And it's really easy to donate. Every transaction, you can fill out a form or something, you can donate $5 towards, Sugar House Cares, and it does make a huge difference. So we will make that available and help people donate. So.
Awesome. Excited about it. Thank you, guys.
John,
Sean,
second year back for
second year
you.
back, yeah, Sean Erickson, I'm chairing the growth, and we rolled diversity into the same committee this year. And just like Erica, it was, last year was my first year, so it was a lot of, learning by baptism by fire, excuse me. And so this year will be much more streamlined, and my goal is to help everybody in the office grow their downline by one person. Now we're looking to do, certainly go more than that if you're looking to, but the goal is to get at least one person in everybody's downline. Just make that slight change, just get a little bit better, and you'll see what you can do to help grow that passive income. And then with diversity, we are the most diverse Keller Williams office in the state, which is awesome. We love that. We celebrate it, and our goal is to find ways to help celebrate that. Do some local outreach to the community to let them know that we love the diversity of the solidarity and specifically of our office.
Awesome. Thank you. Excited to have you back. Mark, you are going to be chairing a brand new committee that we haven't had before here. But what-
Yeah, I wanted to name it, how to do as much as possible with as doing as little as possible as you can. And, Shawnee decided to call it production instead, so.
Thank you. Oh, boy.
Yeah, so first year, me and Shauna talked about a couple of things. We've had many conversations about this, and so our goal is to help everybody do one more transaction this year. That's all we're trying to do. So that's pretty simple, I think, honestly.
And it's a tremendous amount more for Dave to read.
Yeah, Dave,
And-
sorry.
And
but-
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, and I wanted the goals to be really simple and really doable. So I'm glad that you were on board that. You have a pretty vast sales background.
Right. Yeah, so one thing I hear a lot of is, in fact, I've had agents come over and sit with other people and I can hear, and they're like, well, I'm doing this, this, and this, and this, and I'm not getting business. I'm not turning it into clients. And it's like, well, I'll just be listening. I'll be like, hey, well, have you tried this? Why don't you try this? And so some of that is what I would hope. I have a couple other people who I think are going to be on my team, right? Right? Yeah, that's right. So hopefully I have a couple more, but really, that's what our focus is going to be is to really like, hey, where are those roadblocks you're hitting? And then how can we help you overcome those so that you can move that client forward and, one more transaction, that's it, so.
I love it. Thank you. And I love how passionate you are about it. So it's going to be fun. Maybe we'll put parentheses, do as much as you can. What was it? Do as little as Thank you. Linda, you are also going to be chairing a committee we have not had here before.
What is it, Shauna? I'm here. So Keller Williams, about a year ago, opened their, what used to be a pay-to-play luxury division to an earn-in section of Keller Williams. So, and it's not agent specific, it's property specific. So if you have a listing in Salt Lake County that is over $1 million, or if you have a buyer that's shopping over $1 million, that property qualifies as a luxury property. So it doesn't matter if you sell luxury, it doesn't matter if you have never sold luxury and don't know what you're doing, the luxury committee is here to support you and educate you on the resources that are available to you through Keller Williams to promote that property and to serve your clients best.
That's I love that. I love that. You've had a tremendous increase in your business. I know that price point has been something you've very purposely brought up too.
Yeah, I wanted to make more money and work less.
You're
So,
like,
March.
Wow.
So, and that's one way that I did it, yeah.
And it does help that home values have gone up tremendously too, so, yeah. Well, thank you, I'm excited about it. Excited about you being on ALC. And last but not least, the guy really had a strong arm, who is very passionate about his committee and money, very passionate about money and making money.
I'm not that money driven, but.
Well, investment and wealth.
Yes, so I'm Justin Buchar. I'm chairing up the wealth committee. I don't have a committee yet, but I've got a gang sign. So just let me know if you want to be on the committee, just make the sign.
Everybody gets some.
All right, so my goal is for everybody in this office does a great job of fiduciing on your client, right? Putting them first, making sure that their interests are met. A lot of times we forget about ourselves, and that's my goal, is to change that to where every agent here does one deal for themselves every single year for the rest of your life. And if you do that, you will create wealth. You won't just be making your clients rich, you will make yourself wealthy to where you actually are financial free and you make the choice to work versus the decision that you have to go to work. So with wealth, we're going to be discussing ways you can build this base, ways that maybe you can partner with family or people you know or your clients, you can roll your commissions, things that you can actually do to actually get there. And so I do want a committee. I don't want this to just be my brainchild, what I think, because you're going to have some different needs. So if you have a desire to grow that, you want to invest, you want to learn how to do it. I think I've been licensed since '04, and every single year I've done at least one deal for myself. And so I feel like I can help you guys get there. So that's well.
Sorry.
I love that.
And a gang sign. I love it. Tamara Reaper's not here. She's gonna be our finance chair. I'm so excited for you all for us to work together for the office. Thank you so much for your time and your leadership. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank
Shauna,
you.
can I just ask, what is finance gonna be?
Yeah,
Since she's not here.
Finance is going to, basically, she'll be working a lot with Rachel and looking at our numbers and how we're spending money. I mean, this group votes on how we spend money in the office as well, but she'll be kind of
Protecting profitability, so we have
protecting
better profit
profitability, so
sharing.
another set of eyes on that. Yeah, okay. Making sure Dave and I aren't going out to lunch too much, stuff like that.
So I noticed that there's no longer a technology chair, so
That's
what if
crap.
I have questions about
Just
that? Do I still Mr. Marita?
We're
not doing technology. We're not doing
Nobody likes technology, we're not like old people.
I can always plug you.
Yes, the lady, and we have a regional technology specialist who's gonna be coming, and we're gonna really lean on the region to help us with training.
YouTube.com, man. If you can find anything on YouTube, self-taught, right?
Well, I hope that these guys have got you passionate about joining a committee. I feel like joining a committee and then chairing a committee changed everything for me. So whoever kind of resonates with you, talk to them and, yeah. This guy. I thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Looking forward to working with you. So Mike and I, our new education chair, we're just talking yesterday, and we both had the same idea, which was to reach out to Mona Stevens, one of our agents who has taught the Miracle Morning in years past, which I love. The Miracle Morning, talk a little bit about that book.
Yeah, I mean, by show of hands, how many people know or have read it? Okay, so I'm not gonna go through all of it, but this is something that we've done as a team. We've read it a couple times over the years. And in fact, even this year, Marita sent out a bunch of gifts to our team that was, founded on the Savers process that this book talks about. And because you guys know the story, what a better time of year than to, right now to start this and start getting back on, the fundamentals. Well, that's really what you and I were talking about. Now, I've reached out, I've spoken to Mona, you guys all know Mona, she's fantastic. Her calendar will not allow her to come in and teach out what she does until March. Okay, she's retired, she's traveling. Okay? So getting on her the fact
She's
that-
amazing now.
Yeah, so the fact that we're
Amazing.
getting on her calendar is a blessing in and of itself, okay? So that'll happen in March, more information to come out, okay? You will not want to miss that. It'll be probably 4 sessions is what her and I are discussing. But we're gonna kick it off next week with we're gonna take this book and do a book club. So after team meeting every Tuesday. Those of you who want to come on in, we're gonna use this room.
Yep.
And we're gonna discuss what we're reading and how it applies, and it'll really become more of a mastermind, especially since how many people have read it, so.
And it was a couple of years since I read it. I listened to, I couldn't find my book, so I listened to the audio this morning, and his story is, I've forgotten, like, his story, which is so powerful. And I'm actually excited Mona can't come to Mars, because as you and I were talking about, we won't lose the momentum. We'll have the momentum between next Tuesday now and when Mona comes. Because as often happens with goals, they kind of get forgotten as the year goes on. We don't want that to happen. So we're gonna use that to our advantage.
Yeah, so next week after team meeting, we'll get some announcements. If you don't have the book and you want to participate, get it online as an e-reader, or you can get the hard copy, but we'd love to have people show up.
Which version would you recommend people buy?
Yeah, the very first one.
Yeah.
Not the real estate one, but it is the Miracle Morning.
Just the Miracle Morning. And then how many pages we talked about, 1 to 250?
Yeah, we're gonna do the first, sorry, and I was looking through, we're gonna do the first 2 chapters.
2 chapters.
Okay,
So 2
first 2 chapters, we can accelerate it, but
next week after team meeting.
first 2 chapters.
You're not next weekend, not next week, you're starting first, 2 weeks from now? or-
Nope, we're starting next Tuesday, right after team meeting, so it gives you a week, if you have the book, to get started. If not, order it, get it online, you can get it in a moment and start getting after it. But, Mark, I think with, you're leading this production committee, I think something like this, and there's many other books and resources you can go
requires you to
to.
do a lot of extra stuff.
For you, there's a thing called Cliff Notes.
I think you're the cut corners committee. I think that. I'm super excited about this. I'm glad we were on the same page, and it's gonna help us all. And I want you to stay up here because the training calendar's next.
Yep, well, I gotta see if I can do this like Liz did.
Super
She did it
fast.
So awesome, so. Tomorrow looks like 11 to 12 smart plans, email campaigns.
That's online.
That is online?
Yeah, the SLM classes are online.
Hey, and I just want to
Thank
give a
you.
shout out, since there's no more tech committee, Scott Leroy Marketing is fantastic. You have a link in your daily email to what Scott Leroy is putting out, and since we don't have like the ALC Tech anymore, but those classes are fabulous. So if there's something that you are interested in, go check out those Scott Leroy Marketing videos.
Thank you for saying that, because I just realized what SLM. And then from 1 to 2, listings with Sean Erickson. Thursday looks like more Scotland, whatever that is.
Yes.
What's new with Command, and then same time, real estate fundamentals, day in the life. How familiar is that in office?
Yeah. Yeah, that's date. That's.
I'll get this, guys.
Yep.
Give me about a month or 2. And then obviously we got Q&A with Broker Dave from 2 to 3. Friday, new associate class with Delaney from 12 to 1. Then fast forward to next week, we've got, again, online 11 to 12 opportunities in sales pipeline. Rounding out the next 7 days, Quincy with Broker Dave next week at 10, followed by team meeting, and then 12 to 1, 2,500 mastermind. We may want to adjust our book.
We can do that again.
We'll
'cause
figure it out.
I love those young guns to be in our
We'll figure that out.
Yep, we'll just.
I just want to throw a reminder out there that if you need help finding any of your training resources or need any one-on-one training for Command, you can always reach out to me.
Love it.
Thank you, Delaney.
Hey, Sean, what do they need, what do we need for your class tomorrow? Listing presentation. What are we gonna be doing with that listing presentation tomorrow?
Giving it.
Giving it, practice it, fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You want?
All right, wants and needs. Who needs something for a buyer has a great listing coming up?